Ladies and gentlemen, your next storyteller, our next storyteller, Paul. Paul, yes. Paul, get on up here, Paul. Go bananas for Paul.
All right, so Portland's weird. I have come to the conclusion that Portland is not only weird, but if you're not from around here, you're from a different generation, you're from a different country, like, I don't know, Arkansas. Portland is fucking weird, okay? It's just weird. If we're here for a while, we understand it and we get it. But I have a very dear friend named Mary Beth, and she spent her whole life living in Tennessee and Texas before she came up to Portland. And she came to Portland because Portland's really liberal, and she wanted to live her retirement years here in a kind of cool environment. But I have found that I've had to be sort of a cultural translator. So she kind of gets us, you know, like, okay, I can live with that. So, so Mary Beth is just an incredible person. Our relationship is based on mutual love and respect and humor. And I'm really honored by our friendship because she calls me Brother Paul, which, you know, she's my peeps. So some years back, she was pretty excited about this housing group that she had formed with a bunch of older adults. And she said, Brother Paul, in her Texas accent, we started this group and I want to run the name by you. We're going to be called HO, Housing Our Elders. That's going to go over great in this liberal town, right? So I said, Mary Beth, do you know what a hoe is? Of course I do, Brother Paul. It's a farming implement. There's books to explain how babies are born that are age appropriate and, you know, all the different kind of mechanisms, but I'm pretty sure there's not a book to explain to a 74-year-old what that other definition is for the word hoe. And I tried using sort of like, you know, symbolism and, you know, and I knew I was way off. I was a really bad cultural translator that day when Mary Beth said to me, so Brother Paul, I'm kind of confused. What's the difference between a crack pipe and a crack hoe? So I just had to take one for the team and explained what a hoe is and the way I understood it. And then she got it when she goes, oh Lord, Brother Paul, we're gonna have to not print that stationery and the letterhead. So that group became SHARE, Senior Housing and, I forget the RE, the Residential Enterprises. So that group is no longer called HO because, you know, I was being a sort of good translator, but it gets worse because about 5 years ago, I got a call from a very panicked Mary Beth. Brother Paul, I'm on the Burnside Bridge and I think I done lost my mind. I didn't know what to do. I'm like, Mary Beth, I didn't even know you had a cell phone. Brother Paul, I only use it in case of an emergency. So I was with 4 other people, and I'm like, I can't let my sister Mary Beth down. So I pulled my assistant cultural navigators close to me, like, this is some serious shit. And I knew Mary Beth hadn't lost her mind. I just knew it was Portland being fucking weird. I just knew it. I just knew it. Save the children, save the whales, save the feminist bookstores. I don't know what it was, but I knew there was some kind of demonstration because she was just really panicked. So I said, all right, Mary Beth, just tell me what's going on here. And she was struggling to tell me the words, but she finally said, Brother Paul, if I lost my mind, would you tell me? Of course I said, I lied. But of course I'll tell you, just please tell me. And I got the people close to me, just help me translate this here. And so she's taking her time and she says, Brother Paul, all I can see is naked people. all I can see is naked people on bicycles. Brother Paul, do you know anything about this naked people bicycle thing? I see hundreds and thousands of naked people coming toward me on the Burnside Bridge. I had to pull over. I didn't know. That's how I learned about Portland's naked bicycle ride, I swear to God. So I'm asking my cultural translators, do you know anything naked bike? And then they're explaining to me, like, no big deal. Yeah, it's annual naked bike ride. So I tell her, yeah, it's the annual naked bike ride. And then there's a pause, and she says, why? Why is there a naked base? And they're giving me all these facts and figures. It's to protest fossil fuels, and bicycle is optional. It's legal in Oregon, or at least in Portland. And so I'm telling her all of this stuff. Like, yeah, it's an event. You're not seeing things. And then she paused and said, Brother Paul, I'm pretty sure that would be illegal in the state of Texas. Probably illegal in the state. Yes, they're agreeing with me. Lots of things are illegal in the state. Dildos are, I don't need to know about dildos. So anyway, I'm just trying to like have this conversation, wanted to make sure she's okay. And then she starts to take in what she's seeing, and she's saying, Brother Paul, some people should not be naked when they're riding bicycles. Gravity has not been kind to her. So all I want to say is, Portland's weird, but it's fucking weird if you're not from around here. And for the people in New York City, if you're listening to this, keep that in mind. Thank you very much.
Give it up for Paul. Give it up for Paul.